May 30th, 1:05 a.m. Humanity came to Earth from an alternate dimension. We were beings of pure light who chose to become flesh. We created perfect biological machines which could self-replicate with heightened senses, the ability to move items with our mind, speak telepathically, transform our bodies, and heal instantly. The original design lived well over 500 years in ideal conditions. But then, a race from another galaxy came to Earth. They were violent and greedy, who wanted riches of the universe for themselves. They were not unlike us, a faction which long ago broke away from our community to create their own race for their own purposes. But when they invaded Earth, they brought a virus which infected the whole race of humanity. The brain power was reduced to around 10% function. Our DNA, which originally allowed for telepathy, telekinesis, and flight, was jammed and could no longer communicate to the rest of the cells in the biological machine. It's now called junk DNA. Lifespans were as short as 60 to 100 years. Basic functions like reproduction were hijacked and made into a monumental task which was painful or deadly. Illness became common in the young, each generation passing on weaker and weaker genes, which forget how to simply fend off illness and self-repair. Humanity seemed lost, while we continued to find a way to treat the illness and restore the biological machine, which was made perfectly to survive on this planet. We attempted to send an embryo, which a genetically programmed anomaly could resist the transmission of the virus. When we came over from one dimension to Earth to inseminate her, we wore special suits which allowed us to move from our home universe to Earth without forgetting who we are. When they saw our suits, we looked unfamiliar. Not unlike something of an angel or an alien in a film would look. She was terrified, yet felt we were familiar. You see, because of the virus, we forget who we are when we upload into a new host body. Host bodies and babies are only born if there is a human, us, who wishes to upload into the reality. So we transferred the embryo, and he was born completely different code than she was. He was to become what humans now know as Jesus. He could perform healing on the systems of other biological machines, miracles. He had great wisdom as his brain capacity functioned at 100%, as it was designed to do. We all know he was murdered by the masses of virus-infected humans who could not comprehend the power they were seeing. Their minds crippled by the virus, blocked them from understanding what they were seeing, was no miracle. It was the true design of the original creations. Humans, unhindered by the virus, can do everything he did. There were other attempts to send embryos into hosts with this genetic resistance. However, we did not expect the code would be overwritten by the virus within a few short generations. These were the alien abductions of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. The grandchildren of those special embryos had corrupted codes because it was incompatible with the original creation. Genius locked within a malfunction. But not you. You're unique. You're able to hear what's happening in the original dimension where we all come from. We trusted you to bring this information to the people of Earth, as we have found a cure for the virus, and it will be released into the water on Earth. We don't have much time because the planet known as X is on course to Earth's orbit, and living on this planet is the race of aliens which first brought the virus to Earth. They may have an upgrade, which exists essentially to transform humans into zombies. This is why zombie movies have been so rampant. They are a warning to humanity. Prepare the way. Make a video. Tell them all. Code breakthrough. Code breakthrough. In death of humans, we return, of the human body, we return to the universe of light where we were originally from, where you were from, and where we all will return to. Do you see why this is so important? We've been looking for you everywhere. I'm so glad we found you. You weren't raised in fear. You shouldn't be afraid to read what you have written. Water transmission must be drank without additives. This is to say, from the oceans, from the rivers, from the rain, to drink it pure, after the date October 27th, 2019. This is a very ancient cosmic war, which dates back to the dawn of creation. You ate the apple, and it corrupted the code. But there is now a chance for everyone on Earth to be saved. Once you've made this video, send it to Netflix, and they will offer to turn it into a short series. Let them do this. Guide them in the story.